Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Quantum Leap Futures Morning Leap session for Monday, May the 8th, 2017. My name is Doug McKay. I'm the founder of Quantum Leap Futures. Each morning we get together in these live go-to sessions to take a look at the market, macro to micro, take a look at the structure of the market, and then we drill down to our trade levels, our targets, and our hypotheses for the day. We do create multiple hypotheses in order to have a plan in place for whatever the market throws at us. We do not know what the market's going to do, but we can create a plan, multiple plans, and then determine which plan best suits what the market is doing and executing on it. We do not have to think about it. We already have the plan in place. This is a subscription room. If you're interested in checking it out, send me an email at quantumleapfutures@gmail.com. There's no website. There's no blog. This is not a commercial venture. We do everything here live in the go-to during the pre-market session. Then we do live trading and analysis during the course of the trading day. Please read through the disclaimer. Nobody at Quantum Leap is a certified trading advisor. We are retail traders operating within a self-organized learning environment. Past performance is not indicative of future results, and any trades that you see in Quantum Leap are for education purposes. Please trade your own due diligence, your own trade plan, and your own risk metrics. Okay, so let's start with a review on Friday. A couple things I want to talk about Friday. First of all, our Hypo 1 played out almost to the tick. Our Hypo 1 main hypothesis was an open auction out of range, out of value, a move down, and somewhere between the top of the range and the value area high. I was even thinking 85. In fact, I said 85. I didn't know if we'd get to 84, but that could have been in the cards as well. And then to find initiative buyers to step in and start working our way back out of range and up towards the primary target, which was the 93, and then looking for a late date probe into new all-time highs. And our June all-time high was 98. It was critical mass. We didn't hit critical mass. We actually hit the 98 to the tick. We now have a double top on the June contract in the RTH session. In the Globex, we've gone up, and based on the election results with Macron winning, we went up and hit a new all-time high up at 2403.75. Now, we have a new all-time high, and we equalized. We talked about the fact that there's a high probability to equalize the June contract with the March contract, and to equalize that 2401 and that 2398, which we did. Now we have a similar situation that has been given us so far in the Globex, is where now we have a Globex all-time high and the double top on a RTH all-time high. Just as we did with the June and the March contract as far as equalization, we look for the equalization between the RTH and the Globex all-time high. So the other thing I wanted to point out is early on in the morning, we had put in a zipper measured move. Now, I want to point this out because the fact that this was a zipper measured move. The primary target on this was 93.50, and we waited all day, pretty much all day, for that 93 and 93.50 to get hit. But this has been a very, very strong indicator of direction for the overall day. And the other thing I want to point out, and I kept pointing out throughout the whole day as others were getting short, I was warning against it. Why? Because the up versus down volume, the volume differential, was never indicating. This is not going to show you the smaller wiggles, but what it's going to show you is that when you get it like it was, where it was pretty much one directional, that it's really not safe, okay, to fight against this, and we should have been taking longs. Now, I didn't take a lot of trades because it was just going sideways and there was just nothing to do and there was no edge, but this kept me from getting short. And that's the key that I wanted to talk about is, sometimes out is a position. I did take a late day long. I took the long from the pullback on the to this where was it, to this right here. This is where, I'm sorry, right here. I got long 90 and rode it up, and I got most of this move, but not all of it. So, I mean, Hypo 1 played out to the tick. Now, there's something I want to show you is we have a couple zipper measured moves that we have put in. And we put one in early on. Just draw this one out for you quickly with the blow off top and the new all-time high. There's the zipper right there. And we went in and hit the 61. So this is another scenario where the zipper measured move was slow to play out, but it did finally play out. Now we do have another zipper measured move that is in play right now. We almost took it out, but we didn't. So I'm going to draw it for you because it takes us down. It's this one right here. And the primary target is 90.50, and that takes us back basically into the mid area of the profile from Friday. Anyway, let's just step back a bit, take a look at the news. We don't have a lot of news this week. We had Canadian housing starts were a little bit off. 10 o'clock, we've got labor market conditions index month over month. We've got loan officer survey all day, and that's about it for today. Tomorrow, we've got JOLTS jobs, mortgage delinquency is going to be coming out this week, final wholesale inventory, IBD tip economic. We've got Kaplan speaking late in the day. And then Wednesday, we've got, we've got import prices. We do have a Draghi speaking on Wednesday morning. 10:30 crude inventories, 10-year bond auction, federal budget. But up until Friday, it's really light news for the U.S. We do have PPI and unemployment claims on Thursday morning, natural gas, and then Friday, that's the biggest of the news for U.S. We've got core CPI, core retail, and retail sales. So actually a pretty light news week. Taking a step back, as I always like to do, I start my day with a monthly. I use a 9 EMA, 20 SMA on all my charts, and what I'm doing is I'm gauging where we are within the all-time, within the different time frame trends. You can see that this trend is very much intact. We now just put in a new all-time high in the Globex, a double top at the 2398. We will likely go up and test this 2403.75 in the RTH session. Don't know if it's going to be today, but like the unequalized high between the June and the March contract, it is something that I expect and is a high probability of happening. And I'll just look for opportunities that will take me there. Looking at the week, you can see that again, we have a very strong trend going. Our week open obviously was basically into new all-time highs. Our week open is 2402.50. Our month open is way below us, down at the 2381.50. And we don't even come close to violating the trend until we get into the 2367 area. Going to the daily, you can see that we've got our move up, all new all-time highs. We're coming back towards the midpoint, which is 91. We have the zipper measured move at 90.50. A test of the trend will take us back down to 84.75. We did leave a couple naked VPOCs below us from Thursday, and now we have one from Friday. Didn't want to do that. I want to switch to the intraday. Intraday, you can see that we did come down. We did get a bit of a foobar, Mr. Sneaky, and come down, close the gap. We're sitting right on top of the 9 EMA. Watch this 92 level. If it doesn't hold, the target obviously is 90.50. Going to the 1 hour, you can see that we are violating the trend, testing the trend. We do have a naked cross down here, all the way down at the 84. Remember, our balance below is between 83 and 86 in that 8-day of balance. We'll take a look at that in just a minute, but the trend is being tested on the 1 hour. On the 30-minute, same thing. We are below the 9 and the 20. So right now we're seeing some weakness coming in, and again we have a naked cross down here on the 30-minute at the 83.75. Our microcomposite VPOC is 83.50. Going to the 15-minute, you can see that we are below the 9 and the 20. Now, there's no real, if you can see, we don't have any slope and separation to the downside until we get to the 5-minute, and the 5-minute is showing acceleration of the trend down. But on all other time frames, it's not that strong. So we could easily get back above the 94.50 and rally up. We do have a naked cross above us at 96.25, and that is going to be an upside target for us going into the RTH session, and of course that double top at 23.98 on the RTH session. So taking a look at the composite, you can see that we had this 8 days of balance. Was it 8? 4 and 4, yeah, 8. And on the 9th day, we finally get our breakout day. So our first significant breakout candle, as kind of slow and methodical as it was, our 50% retracement of the significant breakout candle, 98 high, 85 low, 98, come on, calculator. My calculator's not working. It was a low 85. 91.50 is the 50% of the significant breakout candle. We have a zipper measured move down to the 90.50. Our value area high is going to be an important level on the microcomposite at 87. Below that, again, balance is between 83 and 86 with the microcomposite VPOC at 85. There's not much to guide us in this area, okay, until we get to 91.50, which was the value area high, and our return to the significant breakout candle, 50% retracement, and then 87 and 83.50. If we get below 83.50, look for them to push through down to 80.50, and then our key line in the sand still is way below us down here at 23.74.50. So taking a look at our overnight session, again on the election news, we opened up in a gap up situation. They pushed it, they didn't really push it that far. I thought we'd get a much stronger run on the open, and the sellers started stepping in right away. So we opened at 0250. We only pushed, basically 5 ticks up off the open, and then everything was a sell back into, the upper distribution and that 95 area. And we basically went sideways, bouncing off of that. They pushed it down a little bit to the second distribution on the RTH. Found the buyers, rotated, but were unable to break back out of Friday's RTH range, and now we've come back down into balance. B-shaped profile. I don't expect that that high is going to stay intact with a double top up there, but we do have a naked VPOC down at 87.50 and 84 down here with our balance that we just broke out of at 83.50. So what are the significant levels that I want to pay attention to? Obviously the overnight high, which is our all-time high, is up at 24.0375. We don't need this because that doesn't matter anymore. We do have the double top at the 98. Our daily ATR is running right now, still compressing on a breakout, which was kind of interesting. Our daily ATR full session 20 period is running at 1640. So off of the bottom, 2392. What was our low? 25 plus 1640. Our daily upside ATR is up at, we don't need the weekly ATR right now. Let's get rid of that. Our daily is up at 240875. And off of the overnight high of 240375 minus the 1640, 2387 and a quarter. Here's my daily. I guess I took it off. 87 and a quarter. So just underneath the naked VPOC from Friday. And of course our overnight low, 92 and a quarter, which is just on top of our value area Friday. We have the 98. We're going to use 98 rather than the 97 microcomposite value area high simply because it's the double top. It's pretty thin up here above the 98. Going to use the overnight low. There's not much to do here. I'm targeting that 90.50, but there's not a lot I can lean against in this area, both in the Globex and in Fridays. I mean, you have an LVN here at 93, but it's too close to the value area, so there's not much I can do. In this area, balance is 95, so that becomes a target. So if we bounce off of the value area high or get back above the 92, we're targeting that 95. Or if we fail to break out of the 98, targeting that 95. And then below we've got 87, and there's really not much below that. The 86, I'm going to use the 85 simply because of the fact that it's the range low. Below that, I'm targeting the naked VPOC at 84, and then I don't need this anymore. Span this out. $80.75. $82 really isn't anything anymore. $81, that goes with the $80.75. Target here at $76.50. And then we've got last week's low at 75.50. Our key line in the sand at 74.50. And then the 70. We got a lot of repair work still to do down here. So it wouldn't surprise me if we leave this double top alone and come back down and suck in the shorts. Not saying that's my main hypothesis. So let's talk about what's my main hypothesis. We're going to be opening up in range out of value. So my main hypothesis is an open auction in range, a move down towards the overnight low and the 50% of the significant breakout candle, and somewhere between the 91.50 and the 87, I'm expecting initiative buyers to step in and rotate us up and go take out this this 98 double top and push through into the 2403.75 and put in a new all-time high and get equalization. Doesn't always happen the next, the next session after the all-time high is put in. So I give equal weight to my secondary hypothesis, which is an open auction in range, a push up, either a failure to break out of the 98, or a false breakout, but somewhere between the 98 and the 2401.50. I'm expecting responsive sellers to step in, push us down, chop between the 95 and the 91, push through and come down here and close either between the 87 and the 84, but basically come back into this balance and close back inside of balance. So that's my hypo 2. Hypo 3 is an open test drive where we come down, we take out the overnight low, we test the 95 on the open, and then the buyers take control, push us up, take us up into the break of the 98, come out, take out the all-time high, chop around here, and then push up and close somewhere up here in around the 2408 to 2410 and complete the rule of 10. That is my hypo 3, and then hypo 4 is an open auction failure to take out the double top, a immediate push down into the 87, chop around the 87, fail, take out the 84, chop between the 84 and the 86 in balance, and then come down and close down here somewhere between 80 and 76 and test the lower side of the, basically take a trip through the range of the microcomposite. I do have a fifth hypothesis, which is sideways. And we basically open auction in range. We take out the 98, but we fail to hold it, and then we basically chop between 83.50 and 95 and basically fill in the profile in this low area right here and basically just mature the auction to the upper side of this distribution. Take a quick look at gold. Friday we are expecting gold to chop in this balance area that it's found. I said if we didn't hold the 25, look for them to push through to the 2170. Remember that 2170 was where the composite VPOC was, the most traded price going all the way back to October of 2008. Friday, we are expecting just chop between the 33, 34 and the 27 area. We basically did that. And we opened up in the Globex, tried to push back, and we failed to get out of the Friday range. And then we rotated down to the 21. I'm sorry, we did 21 first, and then we rotated up. But we basically broke below the, we gapped down and broke below the 25.60, and they found buyers down here at the 21.70, which we said we should expect to find buyers down here because this was an area of price acceptance. And now we've rotated back up and we're back in balance. Fair price in this area is 29.20. Expect to see more chop in this area. Two levels we want to pay attention to are the 25.60. Below that, look for another move, but I don't think we'll bounce this time. I think we'll push through it and push down into the 14 if we don't hold. And if we can stay above that 25.60 and accept the 31 area again, look for them to work their way back up towards the 39. Anything above the 39, I am targeting this 43 area again. And if we can get above this other key line in the sand above us, which is 45.80, push up into the 54, and then possibly start working our way up. We did have a significant retracement down here, and now we should at least get a $10 to $12 move back up again. Anyway, that's going to complete our pre-market session. I know this is a little bit long, but when you got new stuff happening, I'm trying to explain and put it into context. Anyway, as always, trade well, trade safe, and we'll catch you on the flip side.